Hi everyone and welcome. So we just finished Unit 6 of our math and I'm excited to say that we are going to begin Unit 7 today. So my question for you for this beginning of the lesson is, what items come in pairs? Meaning items that come in groups of 2. Put on your thinking caps and think. What comes in groups of 2? It could even be on your body. You might have thought of some of these. Socks come in pairs, gloves, shoes, and even parts of our bodies are in pairs such as hands, feet, and ears. Today, we're going to look at our Common Core California Mathematical Standard of adding and subtracting within 20, demonstrating fluency of addition and subtraction by using such strategies as counting on. And how we are going to do this, we're going to complete the following objectives. So repeat after me. I will use different strategies to count and combine things that come in pairs. So let's take a look at a sample problem here. How many eyes are there in a group of 6 children? So once again, we're going to put those caps back on. And I want you to think. How many total eyes are there in a group of 6 children? When you think you know, show me a thumbs up. Now, this problem seems kind of complex, but we can use many strategies to solve it. So let's take a look at this nice poster here. And it says combining pairs. So the first strategy I have here is that we draw out, such as a human who has 2 arms. Now, when we draw out the items, we count by ones to find the total. So for example, if he had 2 arms, we can do 1, 2, so that's 2 arms for 1 human. 3, 4, 4 arms for 2 humans. 5, 6, 6 arms for 3 humans. 7, 8, 8 arms for 4 humans. And finally, 9, 10, 10 arms for 5 humans. Another way we can find or combine pairs to find the total is we can use an inverse graph. So for example, in our eye example that you saw in my problem, we know that one person has 2 eyes. Therefore, 2 people, because 2 plus 2 equals 4, 2 people must have 4 eyes. 4 plus 2, another 2. 3 people have 6, 4, 8, 5, 10. And this is a table model. And last but not least, some people just like to draw the whole thing. So they'll draw the unit, and let's say this is a face with 2 eyes. And then they'll count by 2s. Let's count by 2s because there's 2 eyes for each one. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now I'll take a picture of this poster for you on your Google Classroom to refer to with your work. Meanwhile, I need to pick one of these strategies to solve for how many eyes there are in a group of 6 children. Let's say I went with my first strategy of counting by ones. So what I need to do is I'm going to take my math journal out to complete this task. Now, I know I have 6 children. So what I can do is I can draw 6 smiley faces. So help count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. 6. So now you see in my picture I have a total of 6 children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that still doesn't give me my answer, because remember the question is, how many eyes are there in a group of 6 children? So those are 6 faces, but I see that one child has how many eyes? 1, 2. So what I can do, kind of like my first strategy up here with the humans, is I can count by ones to make life simple. So I'll do 1, 2, because I know one person has 2 eyes. Now I can count on 3, 4. Ready? 5, 6. So I'll write those down because I'm counting by ones. All right, what comes after 6? 7, 8. So we write that down. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I can do 11, 12. Now, because I counted by ones, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Therefore, a group of 6 children must have 12 eyes. So what you saw me do was I took a look at my information, and I know that most people have 2 eyes. And because we had a group of 6 children, I had to figure out how many groups of 2, or how many total eyes there were in 6 different faces. Another way I could have done that, let's say I want to do the table way. That's a little more complex. You guys remember how I put the number of people and then the number of items that they have. So let's see how that would work. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to draw my table. So I divide my data. So we know that one person, generally speaking, has how many eyes? 2. Now, if I have 2 people, how many eyes would that be? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, I'm going to count by 2s, right? 2, 4. Because I know that 2 plus 2 equals 4. 3 people, I can use a shortcut and do the 4 plus 2. Gets me 6 eyes. 4 people gets me how many? That's right. So if I do plus 2, I get 8. 5 people. Select the correct answer. How many eyes would 5 people have? Good job for you who said 10, because 8 plus 2, 8, 9, 10. And last but not least, 6 people. Select the correct answer again. That's right, equals 12. Let me put those equal signs to make that more clear. So you saw me use 2 of our methods for combining pairs to find my total. First one I did was I counted by ones. Next, I created a table and counted by 2s. And the only one I didn't model was counting by 2s and drawing each of the units there. So now, let's see if I can further challenge you. So let's go back to our slide deck. And here's one question I'm going to have you guys try to solve. How many feet are there in a group of 9 children? How many feet are there in a group of 9 children? This one's a little challenging. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to hit escape so we can go to your Google Classroom. We're going to go to Classroom up here. And attached in your sheet, you can see I have 2 things. How many feet? How many hands? So I'm going to click on how many feet, because that's the one we're going to work on right now. And it says, how many feet, same question from before, are there in a group of 9 children? Show your work. Now, to show your work, once again, you can use any of our strategies here. Additionally, you can make up your own if you feel like it. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on that and see how many feet are there in a group of 9 children? Give me some time. When you're done, type in the answer in the question box above, or on the side in this case. Next, what I'm going to have you do is, there's a multiple choice panel on the side. Click what method did you use? Did you count by ones like the human? Did you create a table? Did you do a drawing where you counted by twos? Or did you do something completely different? Now, looking at your answers, I see a lot of you came up with 18. Thumbs up or down, is that right? What do we think? We can prove that. And I'm actually going to use our third method here to prove that. So let's take a look. Now I'm going to do this in my math journal just to make it a little simpler. So we know that there's 9 children. So I'm going to draw 9 boxes, but notice how I'm dividing them in half. The reason I'm dividing them in half is because I know generally people have 2 feet each. So here's my box. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 of those. 4. Let me go down a little bit. So I have 4 people so far. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1 more. 9. So those are my 9 people. Now, you guys are pretty good at this. Knowing that we can count by twos, I know that 1 person is how many? 2, that's right. After 2 comes 4, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4, we got 5, 6, so I'm going to do a 6 right here. 7, 8. All right, so far I have a total of 4 people. I know it's 8. And we got 9, 10. Then I got 11, 12. 13, 14. 15, 16. 17, 18. Now, if this was overwhelming to me, I could always break it apart. I know when adding any number to 10, it makes it a little easier. So what I could do is I could draw a line right here. And I know we have 10 feet so far. So I'm going to write 10. Plus, let's look how many feet I have left over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I know if I used my number line, that if I had 10 and I counted 8 more, I'd get 18. So remember, if the number looks too big, you can always divide it like I did. That doesn't look very good. Divide it up. And by dividing that line, you can break it down into a simpler problem that's easier to solve. Okay, now that you've seen me complete our combining pairs with our eye example, and you had some time to work on how many feet are there in a group of 9 children, it's time for you guys to complete one on your own. So, what you're going to do is we're going to go right here, and we're going to go to how many hands, and you each have your own copy of this. Now, what you're going to do is it says, how many hands are there in a group of 8 children? Draw your answer. So you can use any of these strategies, or you can use your own, and you can even break it apart if you need to. So I'm going to give you time to work on that. And as you work on that, be creative. And don't even be afraid to use more than one strategy if you absolutely need to. Give you some time on that. Think about our strategies. All right. To close our lesson, I'm going to ask you the following question. Why did we just practice counting items in groups of 2? Let's say, why did we do this? Ready? Why did we do this? Let's take a look. So you can see that by being able to count in 2s, it helps you count larger quantities, such as all these beans, much faster. It also helps us become more fluent and more accurate when we solve addition and subtraction math problems. Tomorrow, we're going to continue to look at groupings and finding the total. Thank you so much for participating in my math lesson.